we are full Thrash Assault 2014, 8 years in.
Yeah, it is. It's been a long journey, and quite a few people have been running it. But I'm actually responsible for starting Full Thrash Assault, along with an ex-girlfriend by the name of Lucy Herbert. It actually everything started as a promotions company.
Yeah.
And we actually started off managing a band, which were the very first band on for the first Full Thrash Assault, which were called Hallow Point. From there, we started booking loads of gigs and got a load of bands to play. And then the Full Thrash Assault actually came about from booking a gig for a band called Enemy Unknown.
Right, yeah.
And obviously there were quite a few bands that were interested, and it ended up becoming an all-dayer. And we had the likes of Evil, Headless Cross, which featured Savage Messiah's David Silver,
yeah.
and also one of the other first thrash bands to come out of the UK thrash revival, a band called Pitiful Rain, who unfortunately are no longer about, which is a shame because they were a bloody good young band. And also that was really popular.
Yeah.
So the following year we couldn't actually book it because the Snooty Fox was full up. So we managed to book it for the year after, round about this time of year.
Yeah.
So the first one was actually in September.
Yeah.
But after that, the second one had the likes of course, because Evil had been signed to Earache, we had to have Evil back, and because we're from Huddersfield ourselves, we knew the guys anyway.
Yeah.
So, and of course, who better to have the local thrash legends who played here quite a few times, but Evil headlining. Yeah. But we also had Gamma Bomb as a support for them, and obviously we had quite a few bands like Let 'Em Burn, and there were a band called Amok from Glasgow who had to pull out due to tragedy. Yeah. But there's a couple of band members still turned up. but hoping we can get them for they'll be doing a future Full Thrash Assault. And then the year after, unfortunately, Hammerfest had booked a couple of good bands, and it was the same day as Full Thrash Assault. So unfortunately, we pulled the plug on it.
Yeah.
We had all the bands booked. Sharp Shark Shack was supposed to headline, but fortunately that fell through. And Steve Lofton came in, and he took over the reins for us. But he did a good job, and he continued for a few years. But he went on a around the world trip.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I could take over, and I said, yeah, of course I will. But fortunately, I had a few problems of my own, and I couldn't do it. So Dave, I'd heard, wanted to do something with it, and he got in touch with Steve, and Steve said, I'll get in touch with David, and says, with the way I'm feeling at the moment, I can't do it, feel free. So he's doing it now, and he's doing a bloody good job. To be honest, I've been to every Full Thrash Assault apart from one. Yeah. But he has, both Dave and Steve have done a cracking job with what they've done, and hopefully, Dave's announcing some bands for next year's.
Yes.
Tonight, and also the year after the 10-year anniversary, which is going to be a biggie.
Yeah.
We're hoping it's going to be a full weekend job. I'm getting involved again with that one, along with Dave, and hopefully we'll get Steve on board as well.
Yeah.
So it's a full, most of the team anyway.
Yeah.
But we are hoping it's going to be a 2-day. I've seen the lineup for some of the bands. Unfortunately, the two bands that we want to headline, I can't give anything yet.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, because no's been confirmed.
That's it.
I've seen the list of the bands who are actually playing, but I don't know what's been confirmed and what hasn't.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to keep it under wraps for the time being. But it should be absolutely mental. But this place, the Snooty Fox itself, has done a lot of good gigs.
Yeah.
And they've supported the thrash scene. And really, I think it's actually the home of the thrash revival.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah.
But it must be something that you must be really, really proud of.
I am proud. It's like I said, I've been a thrash fan for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Probably since about '86, when I first started getting to metal, and it was Megadeth that actually got me into thrash.
Yeah.
And obviously in the '90s it died out because of grunge.
Yeah.
But and obviously the revival, I'm not being funny, America might have created thrash, but we brought it back.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest with you, with the bands like Evil, there's also the band's manager Tony Drake, who's also Matt and Noel's dad. He's to be given credit. Dave Silver, from Savage Messiah and Headless Cross, and also there's actually a 50-year-old school teacher by the name of Sherry Fox, but she's also the manager of Pitiful Rain, and she's probably one of the people that can get a lot of credit for helping the thrash revival come about.
Yeah.
And to be honest, with all these people that are helping and done so much, and now you've got the young uns, it's great.
Yeah.
You know, it's the most amazing thing I've seen. And the fact this is still going, and at the end of the day, it's my baby, and I'm proud. And the lads who are doing it now are brilliant.
Yeah.
So
well, you just got to look. Executioner, been going 6 months.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get down for them.
Yeah.
But we did catch Quake and all the bands since, and Quake were absolutely brilliant.
And you got Cremated, top British.
I thought they were great. It's good. Thing is, they've got an unusual edge on the thrash.
Yeah.
It's not your typical thrash sound.
Yeah.
And that sort of makes them stand out.
And then you've got 2 of our UK founding fathers.
Oh yes.
Virus and Annihilate.
Oh yes, you can't. The thing is, I was ill last year, so I missed Virus, and I'm hoping to catch them this time round.
Yeah.
But damn, obviously, because of who they are, you know, they are one of the classic thrash bands.
Yeah.
To come out of this country, what can you say? He's got, to be honest, this is probably the best lineup I've seen since the 2008 Full Thrash Assault.
Yeah.
And he's done a cracking job, he really has, and it's gonna. And I'm not being funny. Apart from the 2008 one, I have never seen a pit so early in the day, and it's exceeded all expectations this year.
Yeah.
Last year there weren't as many people here as this year, but as you can see, it's absolutely packed.
It is. It's a really good show out.
It is.
Yeah. I never expected a pit to form that early, so I was in there with my camera.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no, okay, I need to get out pretty fast.
Well, yeah, but it is really, it's just crazy in there. And my mouse actually had to move one of the tables back, so we've got a bit more space. But to be honest, if it weren't for Mount, none of this would be happening.
Yeah.
You know, people give bands and the fans credit, because obviously with the bands and fans there would be no Full Thrash Assault.
Yeah.
But there's not many venues in this country where you've got an onboard PA as good as a big venue.
Yeah.
And it's only a small venue, as you know, it's only a small venue here.
That's it.
But it's got to be the best small venue in the country. You know, you don't see stages like that, do you? Apart from big gigs.
No, that's it. We drove 5 hours to get here today.
Yeah,
we love the Snooty Fox. This is our 3rd visit here.
Yeah, I've been here. Oh God, I don't know. I've lost track over years. Like I said, we used to put on a lot of gigs, and I've actually done a charity gig as well before now, and we had we had a couple of thrash bands play that at Hallow Point and Let 'Em Burn. Fortunately, Let 'Em Burn aren't playing anymore, which is a shame because they were one of the biggest hopes for the UK thrash.
Yeah. Okay, let's go for a fantasy type question.
Okay.
What would be your ultimate Full Thrash Assault lineup?
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Right, if it were full fantasy Full Thrash lineup and have a couple of big bands playing, headlining would be Overkill.
Yeah.
Followed by Destruction. Then I'd probably have Evil, Mutant, because they were a great thrash band, and I would probably, if I could get Let 'Em Burn back, I'd have Let 'Em Burn. I'm just Pitiful Rain, because again, another band that don't exist anymore, but they're sort of the bands, but I'd love to do something like that myself.
Yeah.
I've always had a dream, if I could ever afford to do it, do a big Full Thrash Assault outside in a field with some decent bands. I would love to do that, but unfortunately it will never happen. It'll have to stay a fantasy.
But then that's a good fantasy. But this is reality. This is where the heart of the Full Thrash Assault is, with the young bands, the bands which are still very much grassroots.
Oh yes.
And that's what people love about Full Thrash.
It is. It's just a brilliant festival, and for something to last, because obviously we've got festivals like Bloodstock, Download, and they're big festivals, and obviously they survive with the big bands.
Yeah.
Full Thrash Assault has survived on decent talent, not big names.
Yeah.
And to be honest, every time I come, I discover something new. Like the guys that have just been on now.
Yeah.
Desolator. I've never actually seen them before, and to be honest, I think they played the Full Thrash Assault that I missed, and last year I was ill, so I had to go home early. But to be honest with you, they were absolutely brilliant, and they were a treat to watch. But they're also like, they're just everything you want from a thrash band.
Yeah.
You know, all the ingredients are there. You know, fast guitar, even the vocals were, you know, what you expected from a thrash band.
That's it.
But for me, they've definitely been the band of the day so far.
Excellent.
I'm sure the virus and Dan might blow them away, but they've got more experience as a band.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, Dave, I tell you what, thank you so much for taking
No
time
worries.
out.
No, thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of the evening. We're looking forward to the final bands this evening.
Oh yeah.
We're also looking forward to obviously 2015.
And 2016, the big one.
2016, the 10th anniversary.
And I hope I'm hoping it can still go for another 10 years after that as well.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Anyway, I'm glad that you've got a bit of information about how it all started.
Absolutely brilliant.
And then, thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.